are, or caves are cool. But have you ever wondered how all those bridges and canyons and tunnels were ever formed millions of years ago? Have you?
I have wondered it, and then I made my own solution cave, and it really helped me figure it out.
Wait, what? Show me how to make one.
Okay, deal. Should we show them too?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it today.
On 9 Worlds.
This month, we've been exploring Mammoth Cave National Park, the longest cave in the world. Scientists have mapped 420 miles of passages at Mammoth. Now, if you were to drive this distance in a car at 70 miles an hour, it would take you more than 6 hours to go from one end to the other. That's a lot of cave. But what made this long underground highway with winding passages and huge rooms?
I can tell you, believe it or not, 330 million years ago, there was a warm, shallow sea above Mammoth Cave. The shells and skeletons of the creatures that lived and died in this place eventually fell to the bottom of the ocean and made limestone. Limestone is the most common rock found in Mammoth Cave. Yes, that's right. The rock in Mammoth Cave is 330 million year old bone and seashell. That's a long time ago.
Limestone is a very special rock. First, it is soft, which means it can crack and erode easily. Now, second, it is porous, which means it can let water through easily. Now, finally, it's made of ancient seashells, so it's made of calcium carbonate, which is a base prone to reacting with acid. This special rock recipe means that limestone is the perfect material to form solution caves.
There are lots of different ways that you can make a cave. You can make it out of lava, or you can make it out of ice. But Mammoth Cave is a solution cave, which means it's mostly made out of water. Today, we have a model to show you exactly how solution caves like Mammoth Cave form over time.
Limestone, the most common rock at Mammoth Cave, is mostly composed of calcium carbonate. Now, calcium carbonate is also very common in everyday life, and chances are you have some in your house right now.
Really? Then go get it. Everyday items like antacid tablets and blackboard chalk are made of calcium carbonate. And we got a model to show you how to make a solution cave. Let's get started.
Underground at Mammoth Cave, there are different layers of rock, layered like you would find the layers of a cake. There are several layers of limestone. This is where you find the caves. And then a top layer that is made of shale or sandstone that formed from the sand, dirt, and clay around the edge of that 330 million year old shallow sea that used to be here. Since shale and sandstone are not as porous as limestone, they act as a kind of roof that protects the caves beneath. Now, if this rock roof didn't exist, then too much water could get into the cave, and it could actually erode away entirely. You want to help me put the rock in?
Rocks. Can't go wrong with the rock.
Rocks.
Rocks.
Now, these are going to be like the bedrock layer underneath our limestone cave.
The bedrock. Now we need the clay. Oh, is that the clay?
Yeah, that's the clay, and I already kind of formed it up. Fits right in
How are we
there.
going to use this clay?
It is the same. It's just already formed.
Oh. That looks like a cave.
Don't you think? Already, it looks like a cave.
Yeah, let's dig into it.
Since limestone is mostly calcium carbonate, our homemade limestone is the same. It's just made with antacid tablets and chalk. Now, since we know that Native Americans often mined minerals like gypsum and epsonite, we're going to sprinkle a little Epsom salts in here too before we cover the limestone with our top layer.
We need a cap rock to protect our limestone cave. And we'll use a clay layer to simulate this. Here's the clay layer.
And the final ingredient in our cave model, the water. As rainwater falls at Mammoth Cave, it picks up carbon dioxide from the air and soil. Now, this makes the water weakly acidic, and that acid reacts with the limestone, which is a base, helping it chemically dissolve the rock while it's also physically weathering it, washing it away. So in our model, we're using vinegar, which is a weak acid, to help make our cave form faster.
Want a refresh on acid-base reactions? Check out that video for more acid-base reactions.
After you finish watching this video.
Right. It took millions and millions of years for this cave to form, but we're hoping our model only takes a few days. Hoping. Still hoping. Still hoping. Don't know why we're still hoping.
It's a good thing to hope.
Yeah. Here's our mini cave! What did we learn from this demo? First, we saw how calcium carbonate, the primary ingredient in limestone, can be eroded by weak acid, just like the rock is eroded in Mammoth Cave by the water percolating through the earth.
We also learned that as the liquid moves through the limestone, it moves down and out along where there are openings, cracks, and fissures. Just like in the caves where the water that enters the system eventually flows down into areas like the River Styx and then out at locations like Echo River Spring.
Finally, we learned that caves take a long time to form. We rained vinegar on them for several times a day for several days, and they still stayed pretty small. Alright, well, time for us to dissolve like ancient limestone and get out of here. Subscribe, like, and we'll see you next time.